YouTube, what's going on, gamers? It's Gamer here, and today we're going to talk about something Hearthstone related, and that is, I'm not sure how I titled this video, something about what Hearthstone needs in the next year, or how to make Hearthstone better, something like that. The idea? Simple. I was looking at myself in a selfie which I took with Lieutenant Eddie's merch. Damn, that is comfy, and I'm not paid to advertise that. I posted that on Twitter, which led me to the following thing. Twitter always reminds me of Ixer's AMA. Every single week, Ixer himself has an AMA. You can ask him anything, and then, even if you're Zeddy, you get a reply. So that's pretty awesome, right? You get like questions, you get answers. That is an awesome thing that is happening for the past like 4 months. And that reminded me of something. About 2 years ago, there was this tweet right here. If Hearthstone used to be your main game, but isn't anymore, what would get you back? And it got 2,600 replies and 1,000 likes. And then he says that he went through all those replies as well as 100 plus DMs. So I thought it would be interesting to see, did Hearthstone change since then? Because it has been over 2 years, and if they get X amount of good replies, then something should have been implemented. And we start by looking at my own reply, which I sent him in a DM that I think he never read. This was when I started streaming, and it's a little bit cringe, but I think I had good points, okay? So we're gonna read that and think about, did anything change? Did I, myself, suggest things that are now implemented in the game? First off, I still enjoy playing the game. Yeah, well, yeah. I did back in the day, yeah. I did really enjoy playing it. Now it's more like I play against Zeddy and Dexter, but whatever. Well, I can also see the complaints of others regarding it being a solitaire style game. Yeah, and that's pretty true still, isn't it? If you face any good deck in Standard at the moment, it's more like you play stuff from your hand and then you win. You have Il'gynoth OTK now. You have Incanter's Flow into a bunch of spells. You have... yeah, that didn't quite age well because it's pretty bad. Now, here's where me reading a bunch of books and having this bookshelf behind me comes into play. What I personally experienced as feeling enjoyable is getting achievements, as progression is what humans look forward to according to the authors of Flow and Happiness Hypothesis. By the way, good books. Ignore that is pretty cringe. However, the idea is still true. If you make progression, you get rewarded. So as mentioned, getting achievements is what is enjoyable. So I suggested achievements back in 2019, which we now have. Make it something like deal 10 damage in 1 turn, X amount of times, which then results in either getting a title or an emblem or an avatar, like in Call of Duty, for example. We can then use and see when we face a worthy opponent. It always has a worthy opponent. Why not the title and the avatar they got from their achievements? So I suggested achievements, then we get the achievements. So do we have them because of me? I wouldn't say that, but yes, it's because of me. 100% I carry this game on my back. No, of course not. That's just a normal thing they have in other games. But we did get the achievements. That's cool. Only problem is that while we do get achievement XP every now and then for the reward track, which then translates to like gold or whatever, or we get some worthless achievement points that have no usage at all, they're literally useless. The problem is the part where I said or suggested that we should get something like an emblem or title or any other reward that we can then show off for the other opponent. Imagine how sick this would be. Instead of facing a worthy opponent, you would face Dragon Slayer Solem, Reckless Gladiator, some sick title, and you would see that instead of worthy opponent, which I don't know why they still have that for 8 years, but it's so bad. It's so obvious that they should change that, but whatever. So far, I was kinda right with that, but they didn't go the extra step that I suggested. I like the achievements, they are fun to do. I really like that change that we had. In the next paragraph, now to golden classes. After having all of them for 3 years, I just see a number increasing when I win a game. Let's be honest, that is pretty disappointing, and something like a special card pack for 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000 wins would be great. Well, turns out we did get 1,000 win portraits not too late after that. And now when you reach level 50 or 100 on the rewards track, or like 200, 400 and so on levels in total, you get a portrait of your choice. And that is great. However, you only get a special portrait or something special up until 1,000 wins. I feel like back then when they implemented 1,000 win portraits, they should have also implemented 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 wins and make them look so insanely good that you want to have them. Because all you gotta do is pay an artist to design that, write like 5 lines of code so you can unlock that, and pay somebody to animate that. I don't think this would cost more than $500 in total, and would have a big benefit for the long-term players. So far though, I like the portraits you can choose, so good change. Maybe even user-suggested card backs or different colored borders. In short, cosmetic stuff works for other games as well, and we don't expect you guys to reinvent the wheel or have the best original ideas, just something that keeps us in the game we love playing for years now. Gotta say, I agree with myself, like, good job, past version of myself, that's the same way I think at the moment. I just look at League of Legends, which is completely 100% free. You have no benefit besides like getting faster to level 30 if you buy like an XP boost, but there's no benefit for money. You just get skins. And Riot is a giant company. The founder Mark Merrill has like $2 billion or so. Like, it's insanely profitable, and all you gotta do is sell skins. There's 100% a lot more to that than just, oh, make pretty picture, people buy it. But as you've seen on this one graph, they increased the amount of portraits you can get by like 5x within like a year or two. Like even Demon Hunter has like 4 or 5 different portraits now. Back when I played, you had like Magni, Illyria, and Medivh as other portraits, and that was it. And then we get Tyrant in 2016, and people are really happy. And now it's like 5 to 10 per class. So give us some more portraits, give us card backs, give us borders we can customize. Give us the opportunity to create our own game board, where you can select the 4 different options on the game board that you can click, and you just make that your own. Change the ground, the color of the playground, make it like dark gray, so it looks like the Shadow Realm. I don't know. Something that is customizable, seems really obvious, and I like cosmetic stuff. Also anything that makes getting to Legend and a high finish special, like a free token to craft whatever you want. We kinda got the free token with the hero portraits, but we also had the new ranked system, which makes it easier to get to Legend. Still though, getting to high Legend or Legend at all is pretty useless besides the bonus stars you get in the next month, so Still doesn't really feel worth the time besides doing it for the first time where you get a legendary and the card back. And lastly, I always loved starter decks in other games, so why not make Whispering starter decks purchasable for gold, and as a white player, please reward York and add wild decks for Whispering to make him the go-to card for new players. Damn, call me Nostradamus, that was almost on point. So they didn't make the Whispering decks purchasable with gold? But at the moment, we do have starter decks you can buy for real-life money. Yeah, you can purchase those for real money. I don't like that you have to spend 20 bucks to get stuff, which should be purchasable for 2000 gold, but whatever. We did get the starter decks. They also rewarded York as well as made a new York and had a bunch of other nerfs rewarded. And they did not add any wild decks for Whispering, which is kind of weird because the card is still in wild, but gives you standard decks, so pretty good guess though, I would say. In the end, it's your decision, but I trust in your ability to listen to the community. Yeah, and not the market research for the highest profit. That's about it. Hope all those messages don't overwhelm you. Have a wonderful day and take care. Well, it turns out based on, this little check mark there, I think the message was never read. But I like to pat myself on the back for saying that I predicted all of this. Because at least I wrote this like 2.5 years ago, and some of that actually happened. All in all, I would just like to see a bunch of stuff being purchasable for gold, making the game really free-to-play friendly, go hard into cosmetics, like design everything, the game board, the enemy's hero portrait, the frame around that, the border around cards, even diamond cards. Give us like the option to choose which diamond card we want to have from like 20 legendaries, instead of forcing us to get one which we don't care about. Like here, Easy Clap made your company $2 billion. Take the ideas, Blizzard. Just make cosmetics, it's so obvious. Please, like for Battlegrounds, and I'm going to lose my mind here for a second. For Battlegrounds, it's so insanely obvious, like holy frick, we don't swear here. It's so obvious. Make different portraits, design boards, clickables for Battlegrounds. Like give us cosmetics for BGs. It's like the game mode is 50% of what people play. They don't even play ranked, wild, whatever. They play BGs. Make stuff for BGs. Make cosmetics. Like when you watch BG streamers, they don't play the game at all. They don't finish quests. They don't care about that. They only play BGs. So make the game focused on BGs. Give them quests for BGs. Give them incentives to buy stuff in BGs with gold. Or cosmetics that then make the game board look prettier. Give Bob different skins. Like I might be blind here and they don't see the corporate vision the big guys at Blizzard have, but this seems like the most obvious thing ever. So yeah, that is what was going on inside of my mind about 2 years ago. We will see what the future holds for us. Here's a picture of a Korean Dark Magician girl that I just purchased. Let me hear what you guys think, and see you guys next time to me saying words.